This walkthrough demonstrates how to build a curved text library asset. The asset will be built around a circle annotation. The circle object had no opacity for the fill color. It had a very thin thickness for the outline, which I colored yellow in this case. And I sized it to fill most of the canvas. A little bit above the center of the circle is showing to facilitate placing text characters around the perimeter. To facilitate placing the text characters around the circle in a precise manner, I used a solid shape object that was rectangle squished into the form of a line, and that way the line could be accurately oriented. The position value of the various lines was determined by setting their rotation value. I started with straight horizontal line being 0%, then I went in 10% angles, so this would be 10, 20, 30, up to 90, 100, 110, 130, all the way back to 180. That gave me something to align my characters with when I went to position the text callouts around the circle. The text callouts themselves were set up so that the font used was Arial bold style, and I believe I used the default size of 250 by 400 or something, whatever the generic value when you placed it on the canvas was, and I made it narrow enough so you only saw one character at a time. Anyway, that's just what I did to create this template of a generic 9-character curved text effect asset. That template project had quite a few tracks. Again, at the bottom here is my circle shape. These are the tracks named to represent the angle of the spoke that I was used to replace in the text. And these are simply the 9 text callouts that I placed on that little template object. I'm going to go ahead and redock the tracks. That's Control 3, I think. Let me bring this down a little bit. So this is what the project would look like working with a normal shaped canvas. And what I did was select everything, Control A, and I put it in the library as an asset. And I have that here called Text Circle Precision. That's the name of the asset that I made from this project. In a new project, I'm going to put the Text Circle Precision asset on the timeline, Control-Shift-7. I'm going to expand the group, Control-Shift-G, and I'm going to then decrease the size of the track, so it's Alt, minus key, and let me see some more tracks here. Get this out of the way. All right, I'm going to select all the objects in this group except for the text. And then I'm going to go to their opacity and change their opacity to 0. That way they won't show up in my work. And I'll deselect. All we have left are the text boxes. And let's go back to a normal size canvas here. What I'm going to do now is put this thing around a circle or earth that's a different size than the current size of this guy. So I'm going to collapse my group, Control-Shift-U. And with the group selected, I'm just going to right click and I'm going to resize the group, and this is important. I'm going to go to visible size. That puts the center of the group at the center of the total group, which was the center of the original circle. So with that there, I'm going to move this guy up and out of the way for the time being. I'm going to go to annotations and key shapes. We'll go all. I'm looking for a circle. Here's one here. I'm going to add it to the timeline. I'm going to pretend this is an Earth or something. I'm going to drag him down, put him off center or whatever. And I'm going to scale him up so he's a little bit bigger. And now what I want to do is put my original text around this circle. So I'll go back and select my text group here and bring it down using the grab handle in the center until I line it up with the center of the circle. And you see that happen here, it snapped. We got a lot of space here, so again, with the group still selected of the text boxes, I'm going to scale him down. I'm using the arrow key to move the scale down a little bit. I'm just clicking it so. You can see what I'm doing is bringing those texts right down to where they fit real nice over top that circle. And of course, if I want to, I can then group these guys, Control A, Control G, and if I want now, I can reposition this group and resize it as I see fit. Oh, there's too much there, that'll work. Now what I'm going to do is change my text here to be something meaningful. To change the text values in our template here, we're going to, with the group selected, go up to the group properties, and then we'll start with the first one, which is a 1. We're going to make that a K tab, A tab, Y tab, A tab, K tab, M tab, A tab, N tab, spelling kayak man. Got an extra character here, so I'm going to just delete that one, tab key. So he's gone, but they're not centered. So what we're going to do is, again, with our group selected, go over here to its position properties, and I'm going to rotate it clockwise. I'm going to try, I think, minus 10 degrees will work. So minus 10, tab key, and we'll deselect. And that looks pretty good. So we just put a kayak man around our Earth.